Hello, Facebook friends. Judy Herman here. I want to talk with you about relationships and why relationships are so vital to your mental health and your wellness and your resilience. First of all, I want to show you this. It's an ancient model that people, even in ancient times, were seeing the value of relationships, right? And communities. And we were more in communities centuries ago than we are now. We are even more dependent upon communities, even in other parts of the world and other cultures. But here in the United States, it seems like we've gotten very isolated. And sometimes that isolation, actually, most of the time, that isolation cannot be good for you. There's so many times that I hear the stories of my clients and others, and I myself have written the book Beyond Messy Relationships, and it is my own story of messy relationships. But the subtitle is Divine Invitations to Your Authentic Self. But what I want to share with you is what I've learned and what I know, because I have spent my entire adult life trying to make relationships work to the point of studying it to becoming a licensed professional counselor, mental health service provider, and specializing in relationships. And I have 40 years of marital experience, and I have a whole lot of things that I have learned. Here's one thing I know, that when you dip yourself in oil, there's no way that you cannot come out oily. Okay, that's a metaphor, right? So if you have been living with another person, maybe it's a spouse who has narcissistic traits, and you get out of that relationship, you need to be aware we need some healing going on. Okay, we need some healing. Yes, we see things differently, but still, in order to avoid another type of relationship like that, there's a whole lot of healing we need to do. That's why it is so vital to hang out with people who have learned and grown and who have some wisdom, because that's where you learn. I am so blessed to be in a group myself, in a mastermind group from folks that are also on the same wavelength as me, but also even are at a place where they're a little higher than me. It's so much better to hang out with people and you're not the smartest person in the room, because if you are, that means you're not growing. And if you're too comfortable, even in your relationship, if it's too comfortable and peaceful, it may mean that you're not growing. It may mean that you're avoiding. But what I wanted to share is some upcoming developments in my counseling practice. I'm so excited, but it's going to be available for those in the Tennessee and Georgia area. But also I'm developing some other things, because if you're not in that area, you can still get some resources and go to my website and take the relationship stress quiz to see how you are doing in your relationship. But the reason I'm developing this, I have an intern, Mandy, and she's going to be facilitating a group, and it's going to be moving beyond chaos and into calm, because you see, we have all been affected, haven't we, through the pandemic. Some of us have lost our marriages, some of us have become widows or widowers, and some of us have lost loved ones because of some severe mental health issues. And I want to tell you, it's so worth it to work beyond the chaos and into the calm. And the way to do that is through surrounding yourself in a group, an emotionally safe group. Thus, we're going to be offering this for women only. And stay tuned, because I'm going to tell you more about it. But do take that relationship stress quiz. It'll give you a whole lot of wisdom and understanding, because when we're out we're isolated from other people, we're in our own heads. Sometimes we think we're the only person who can understand or have empathy for this very difficult person in our lives. But that's so not the case, okay? Because the more you give and give and give, you might be depleting yourself. So we need to make sure that you are vibrantly authentic. All right, so I hope this is helpful. Go to my website, judycounselor.com. Also, there's a tab on there that you can go, and it's a red tab on the right-hand side of any page that you go to, and it says Ask Judy. So please ask me some questions about relationships. I guarantee there's 100 other people that are trying to ask the very same question. You won't be recognized, but I will address some common issues that we have on these live Facebook videos. So if you resonate with this, please like and share it and comment. Would love for you to comment. All right. And in the meantime, make sure that you surround yourself with people who can bring you some perspective and healing and growth, and that you resonate with, that gets you out of this crazy chaos that sometimes you find yourself in. Okay? So may you have peace and calm, all right? And hope that this video is helpful. Bye-bye.